All right, cycle 43, on my way to 57. Only have 15 more to go, including this one. This is gonna be a bit of a different one. Mostly a vertical movement. As you can see here, I've got a very tall character. And with my tall character, I'm not gonna be using much of my horizontal space here. Going to be sticking to this space up here. I can't imagine any other way that I'm going to be doing this, but you never know. We'll see what happens. But what I want is I want to set up some really high contrast motion. I want to have this bird. This drawing I've decided is going to be on the way down. There's probably going to be 2 more squash drawings after this. Then there will be a big jump up in the air and a lot of leg kicking, and then the character comes back down and hooks back up to the cycle. Not quite sure. The legs are going to be the highest contrast part, and body's maybe going to be turning with that. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go with the wings and with the tail. Tail will probably be pretty simple. It'll just be dragging behind. The wings might be more active. They might be more, yeah, I don't know how much I'll flap those about. I think I'm just going to go with squashing and stretching the neck, something like this. I don't think I'm going to be bending the neck a lot, but who knows, we'll see what happens. The head, I'll definitely be having some angle change going on there. Yeah, and I think a challenge for me is going to be keeping these legs as clear in silhouette as possible. Keeping the structure there. I don't want them to get too rubber hosey, but I've got some nice detail in my sketch here, where I've got these toes and the way that the nails are sticking out and suggesting the perspective on them. I want to keep that as much as possible. I'm going to be seeing the underside of those feet for sure. Yeah, it's a different design than what I usually work with or what I've worked with in the past for most of these cycles. And somewhat different motion. I've only done a couple of really vertically focused cycles. Yeah, so it should be fun. And we'll see if I can get this one done in under 2 hours too. I can be on a two game winning streak if I do that. Well, we'll see. See you in 2 hours. All right. Well, that's 2 hours and 40 minutes. Started the timer about 5 minutes late, so call it 2:45 total. That was a pretty long one. More line mileage than I anticipated. We had, not only did we have the lines on the legs there, we had the silhouette lines on the body and on the interior, which I committed to throughout. We had a lot of feathers, and also the toes and the feet. And yeah, when it came to dragging those feathers / fingers / tail behind, there was a lot of lines there, a lot of arcs to keep track of, a lot of volumes to track. Yeah, the complex silhouette was definitely slowing me down. The layering was a challenge, getting that front arm and the front leg in front of everything else, drawing through, thinking about the structure beneath it all. Oh, what else? That whole, the neck width is all over the place. The volumes are quite crazy there. The head, I stretched out the head here and I did some fun stuff. That was pretty cool. I had to get back from here to regular head pretty quick. I was hoping to go further up with the head, but kind of ran out of drawings there. Ended up hooking it up not too badly though. That arm needed a little bit of improvement there. The leg, that foot popping at the top, yeah, that could have been smoothed out a bit. I like how the tail's coming up here and then poof, it just reveals. As I was drawing it, I was thinking, oh, I should drag a couple of those behind. And I was like, nah, I'm going to pop them all up at the same time. Sometimes the tail has 4 feathers, sometimes it has 5. It's fine. It's all good. Yeah, leading with the butt as it was, as the bird is pushing off the ground here was, well, around the 4th drawing, I was just committing to that because I had the leg pretty high up and I thought, well, I have to have the butt high up then. And that kind of led me in a bit of a strange direction here with this U shape of the body. But, yeah, it's got some fun stuff going on there and it was fun to do. I didn't mind going over time with it into the 2 hour 40-minute range. But as always, proof's in the pudding. Let's have a look at how this thing plays. Good. Yeah, I really did keep vertical. Like that head is just committed to that straight up and down line there. I like what that left leg's doing, screen left leg. I like what the arms are doing. That's working out pretty well. Yeah, that tail little pop at the top there is nice. It's actually, this is more subtle than I'd kind of thought it was going to be. Because the head is just on this one straight up and down vertical line. There's not that side to side motion. I'd maybe anticipated I was going to do some more crazier stuff with the feet. Waving them around, maybe even drawing some multiples there. But yeah, it didn't turn out to be necessary. It was more just of a joyous jump and yeah. Leading with the back of the leg. I'm kind of breaking the leg joint as it comes down there. That foot behind actually works really well as well. I didn't have too much to show to sell the idea that the foot was coming up there, but those toes in silhouette between the U shape of the body are working pretty nice. Yeah, and then that far hand coming back in. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that far arm in the first few drawings, so when I got to drawings 10, 11, 12, that kind of solved my problem for me, because then I could have that arm coming in there and just go zoop in behind the body. And the feet landing, that's quite nice. Yeah, I've got the feet landing on an offset, ba-dump, and then taking off, ba-dump, so that there's definitely some avoiding symmetry going on there. And when the feet are on the ground, I'm feeling some nice squash there, and just enough contact to really sell that weight. All right, successful cycle 43, and that gives me up to 57, 14 left to go, I think. All right, almost there, and then I can just really focus on getting these integrated into the film. I'm doing it along the way, but it's I know that I'm not fully focused on how these are going to look in the film until I'm done with these cycles. I need to keep in this creative mindset flow. All right, thanks for checking it out. More to come. Take care.